Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another FIFA Flow podcast episode. Welcome to season 3, episode 49 of the podcast, guys. Today, guys, we're going to have a bit of football news. Not many football games we're going to be talking about. There's one game from the La Liga, specifically Real Madrid versus Valencia. We're going to go to the Premier League. We're going to be talking about Brighton versus Man City which happened today. And then we're going to head over to the Ligue 1, talk about Paris Saint-Germain, the best club in the world, of course. And then we're going to go and head over to... we're not going to talk about any specific Bundesliga games. However, we're going to be talking about... we're just going to take a look at, like, statistically the Bundesliga games because it's pretty interesting. And then we have quite a bit of football news. As you guys can see up here, we got quite a bit of football news. And then we might end it off with a footy tic-tac-toe, see our negative ball knowledge yet again, like in the last episode. Guys, if you have not already watched the last episode, make sure to go ahead and watch it. We talked about passion and heritage, City. We talked about the UCL, how badly City destroyed Real Madrid in that semi-final second leg. Like, Real Madrid were literally like, they were lost. They were all lost. We talked about Inter Milan versus AC Milan, the Milan derby. We talked about heritage and passion, the Sevilla versus Juve game, probably one of my favorite games in the Europa League this season. So make sure to go watch that out. And then at the end of the video, we saw our negative ball knowledge. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. But let's go right into it, guys. I want to talk about one game in the La Liga and then kind of do a summary of like the upcoming games and just talk about the La Liga as a whole. Yeah, we're also going to be talking about our Ligue 1 team of the season, so we'll put that towards the end. But you guys, so yeah, La Liga, guys, let's talk about the Real Madrid versus Valencia game. We will talk about a bit of like the game, but there's one scenario where I want to talk about a lot, and I think a lot of you guys might already know since it's already been like 3-4 days, 5 days already. So yeah, I think Real Madrid as a whole, man, they're a good team. I think they mainly show up in bigger games, like in El Clásicos, of course. That's like the biggest rivalry. In Madrid derbies, and then of course in the Champions League. So they mainly show up in those games. They play still fantastic football, but I think overall this season, like for Madrid, I mean they're still a crazy team, but I feel like still this year they've been focused. They tried focusing more on Champions League rather than La Liga. I think overall Barcelona were still a stronger team in the La Liga. In the La Liga, Barcelona were the stronger team. But I think like you take a look at the past like 10 years of the like last 10 years of La Liga, and not just the last 10 years, but you can even say the 20th century, the 21st century. You take a look at the 21st century, and Barcelona are just the more dominant team in Spain in La Liga, not as a club, like not in when it comes to European like tournaments and stuff like that, European rewards like Club World Cup and stuff, Super Cup and stuff. But when it comes to specifically in Spain, Barcelona are just for me are the clear, and even like factually they're clear. You see over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 from this year as well. 11 La Liga trophies for Real Madrid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the 2021/22 7. So 7 trophies in the 21st century for Real Madrid, and then 11 for Barcelona. So. Oh yeah, 11 for Barcelona. So in Spain, Barcelona are the stronger team. Of course, like even these victories, even these championship rewards that Barcelona earned, Real Madrid have still had killer seasons. Even though Barcelona won under the rivalry of Ronaldo, Messi, it doesn't mean that Barcelona they're better in Spain because like I still respect Real Madrid as a club because they're more successful not only in Spain but also like in Europe as well as like around the world, globally as well. But where am I trying to go here? But I think just overall, when you look at these seasons, you definitely see when you compare Real Madrid compared to these lower teams like Valencia, and then Real Madrid compared to teams like El Clásicos, Madrid derbies, and then Champions League matches, that Madrid don't have the same passion that they had in the past with Ronaldo, Messi, or not with Ronaldo, Messi, with Ronaldo, with Gareth Bale, Marcelo, like those guys, they killed it even against these lower teams. But now in more recent years, even just generally as well, I feel like in more recent years, especially after COVID, I really do feel like there's not much passion when it comes to these lower tier games that are lower tier teams that Real Madrid play. So that's just specifically how I feel. I think that's one is that. I think two is of course they already know they lost the league. Three, they're a club who are trying to be they're a club who are more like they want to succeed more globally, more like continentally in Europe as well, Champions League of course. And then, of course, I think the fourth and most, probably the highest factor to why there's not much passion is, of course, the age as well. You take a look at the club. They have Karim Benzema, who's, what is he? He's 34, 32 years old. Something like that. He's 35 years old. Oh, my goodness. Now, I know Luka Modric, 37. He's almost 38, and I know he's still class. Class on grass. He ages like fine wine. Never ages, bro. But I think like you still have to take into fact that like he's still like when he has the stamina, when he has the ability to play well, he does it. But it's not always like that. You get what I mean? Like most of the times you see him walking a lot, and then like he walks a lot, and then he has like a short period of time where he runs, but then he has to walk again to kind of reboost that energy. So you have like players like Karim Benzema, of course, Eden Hazard, non-existent. Toni Kroos, of course, who's I think it's his last year at Madrid, and like next year is going to be his last year. You even take a look at Alaba. How old is Alaba? He's not 30 years old. He still has it in him, but like there's definitely like Nacho, Dani Carvajal for sure. I think he's the top one who needs to leave. I think like for the way that Madrid play, I think they play slower in the midfield, like more of a tiki-taka game. So like you don't really need to be as fast as a fullback. But when you play as a fullback, especially for a team like Madrid, who prefer attacking fullbacks, like in the back in the day with Marcelo and stuff, then I think like when it comes to Dani Carvajal having that role in Madrid, I think it's time for him to leave. But yeah, like I think it also comes to age for the reason why Madrid are not as passionate against these lower tier La Liga teams. They of course, as I mentioned, they already won the league. Older, or Barcelona already won the league. They're older, as well as like Madrid are more European and global successing club. You get what I mean? Whereas Barcelona are more of a succeeding club in Spain. I think they dominate in Spain, even though they don't have as many trophies as like who has the most La Liga titles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Barcelona. I'm pretty sure it's Real Madrid. They have like 35 or something. No, 26 for Barcelona and 35 for Real Madrid. To be fair though, I really do not like counting titles in the dinosaur ages, like in the 1960s, you can say 1950s. Even like Madrid, they won 5 Champions Leagues in a row back in the 19 when was the first Champions League? I think 1965, 1960, something like that. I don't count those trophies even for any club. Uh, Specifically in Spain, for Barcelona and Madrid, I don't really like counting those trophies because those were during the political times when I don't know there was like there was a leader, I forgot his name, I forgot it, a Spanish leader, and he was just like rigging everything. Like there's a lot of rigged stuff going back there, like a lot of political stuff, and it was involved with football. So back then in the dinosaur ages, how I like to describe it, I don't really count titles. So you could cut off 5 titles from Madrid, both in Champions League and in La Liga, but I think Madrid are the more successful club. But when it comes to specifically in Spain, yes, we just saw that Madrid have more trophies, but especially in the in this current century we're in, Barcelona are clear for me. But all time, I think Madrid, like even not just in Spain, but even like more as a club, Madrid are clear for sure. But But yeah, that game, yeah, you definitely could tell not much passion. They're still creating some really good chances, getting into the box, crossing it into, or like a through ball into Karim Benzema to Rodrigo, who's hitting it out wide because he's not consistent. Into Benzema as well, or should I say the ghost of Madrid now? So they're still good at that, but like as I said, age, passion, just not there because of course they lost the league, and of course they're getting older as well. Vinny Jr. situation, guys, very very terrible. I hate to see this, guys, because the whole stadium they're saying this racist stuff towards Vinny, and it's not right. And you see at one point Vinny is trying to fight. Of course, you know in this fighting they're like huddle up and something. They start fighting. They try to get their players away. Like you see, one of the Valencia players comes up, he chokes Vinny, he doesn't get a red card, but because Vinny like hits someone like a slight slap, like literally nothing, like a tap, you can say, gets a red card. Like I don't understand why the ref is doing that. Like he's getting tugged and stuff, and then of course I don't know why I don't know why the ref is not like I don't know why. What am I trying to say here? Like I don't know why these fans that Vinny was accusing are not like I don't know why nothing was happening to them. Of course now the result is they're banned from the Valencia stadium for a lifetime. I don't think that is enough. I think like just in general like there should be more towards to stop racism. Like I think La Liga is the highest league with the most racism, especially towards Vinny. I think one factor is to be with his skill. He's just too good for other teams. I think that is for sure. I think people might be scared of him. But also too is definitely because of racism for sure. And I think it's not right how some players like you can definitely tell why did Vinny get the red card? He was being choked, man. He was literally being choked live on the TV, and the ref gave him didn't give the guy who choked him a card. Not a single card, not even a warning, man. Like it's stupid, bro. It's stupid. So racism, man, especially in the Liga, bro, it's actually another level. They have taken away his red card, like his one match ban. So I feel like that's still not enough. Like they need to do more to stop racism for sure. I don't know what they have to do, but yeah, it was just disgusting what I saw. Let's head over to the Premier League, guys. Talk about Brighton versus Man City. So, yeah, it is looking like, guys, Newcastle have made it into the Champions League after 2003. They had when was it? Back then when they had like Alan Shearer and stuff like that. Pretty crazy. So congrats to them. I think this season, yes, they have the oil money, but they're not really spending it much. So respect to them. I think they've made a great team. Eddie Howe, bro, that guy, great manager. He's really killed it, smashed it for Newcastle for sure. Um, and even the players as well. I think they're really connected as a team. You see Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad from La Liga last season, and he's having a killer season in the Premier League. The midfield as well. You have like Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, Nick Pope. I think he's having a great season. Kieran Trippier from Atletico de Madrid, the Englishman himself. I think he feels more comfortable being in England. Anthony Gordon from Everton, he's having a great season. Joelinton, Bruno Gamara is probably one of the best Bruno in the in the Premier League. Alan St. Max, guys, Gucci Rat Max, Alan St. Maximin, the rat, the FIFA rat. If you know, you know. But he's having a pretty decent season. A bit like of political or economical issues, like contract issues between him and the club. It looks like he might be leaving. I think I saw something about him going to like I don't know. What's his name? Feyenoord? Is it Feyenoord or Galatasaray? I think it was Galatasaray. So I think a bit of a wasted talent there going to Galatasaray. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not respecting Galatasaray enough, but yeah, I think Alan St. Max is really good. But yeah, Eddie Howe, props to Eddie Howe, man. He's had a killer season. And the team as well, the team chemistry, the passion that they have, just great. So congrats to them. Unfortunately, Liverpool drew to Nottingham Forest 1-1. there should have. I didn't watch the game, but apparently there's rumors that there should have been a red card for one of the Nottingham Forest players. Like attempted on. I think it was Cody Gakpo. He also should have scored as well because it was not offside. So it did look like Liverpool got robbed. If they did win that as well, it could have been huge to put the pressure on United and maybe lose. But it's looking like now. I mean, United tomorrow they have Chelsea, and knowing Chelsea's form, bro, it's over. So I think if United, even if they draw against Chelsea, like it is pretty shameful that like they didn't even beat Chelsea because Chelsea sucked. But it's enough for them. I think it's also a strategy that like, oh, if we sit back, as long as we draw, we secure Champions League qualification for next season. So I think that is their goal for tomorrow's game. So won't be surprised if they don't beat Chelsea. If I see people like acting like, oh my, United drew to Chelsea, United suck, like I'm gonna be like, bro, who cares? They were probably sitting back the whole game because all they needed was a draw. Literally, they're probably gonna, at the end of the day, both teams are gonna go for the win. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if they draw because United will probably sit back. Brighton, Man City, honestly, yeah, Man City won the league and they're kind of like staying more relaxed. Erling Haaland, Foden, Mahrez, they're still running their main team here. But props to Brighton as well. Like, yes, even though like if Man City didn't win the league, like I think like at the end of the day they're all there to play football, for sure. So fair play to Brighton, man. Fair play to Brighton. I think they played really, really well. Mitoma, man. I think clubs like Liverpool for sure, like in that midfield, he has some defensive duties. Casaido, this guy CDM. Where is he? He's like African, not quite sure. I think he's Cameroon or Ghana. Cameroon or Ghana. But like honestly, props to him as well because he's having a really good season as well. But yeah, that is Brighton. Not really much in the game I want to talk about over there. PSG, Auxerre. Did I really watch this game? Not really. So I don't know if we'll skip it, guys. I don't know if we'll talk about it. But yeah, I want to just quickly scan over the Bundesliga, or should I say the Bayern Liga, or should I say the Dortmund Liga, guys? Because inshallah, Dortmund win the league. There's one game remaining. Dortmund 2 points clear after Bayern threw a 1-0 lead at halftime, losing 3-0 or 3-1 in the 3-0 in the second half, and then 3-1 on aggregate in this one game. After 90 minutes, RB Leipzig, great performance by RB Leipzig. We take a look over here, fair amount of shots. Like I think overall, like Bayern have just not been it. Like especially after the January transfer window, they've just been falling apart in terms of not having a good manager. I don't know why they sacked Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann is good, but they were all like struggling. Oh, like we should get a new manager and stuff. And then I think even the club, like just in some situations with like Mane being injured a lot of the season. João Cancelo, rumors of him like, oh, like there was rumors. I think it was it's not confirmed anymore, but there was rumors of him leaking the tactics to Man City, and then now I guess you can say like clubs are not really on the same level now. But I think like there's still some great players here like Thomas Muller, Coleman, Leroy Sané, Joshua Kimmich, and I think it's time for these players to start leaving these clubs. I think the Bundesliga is a league like it's such a farmers league. I mean, this season it's been more competitive for sure, with Dortmund now having the possibility to win. I really hope they win, man. Marco Reus, he deserves it after over a decade spending in at Borussia Dortmund as well, with players with his teammates leaving his clubs, even going to rival opponents in the Bundesliga as well. And seeing those opponents like Lewandowski win the Bundesliga without him is pretty sad. I think overall, I think injuries this season as well has really hurt him. Overall, even his career has really hurt him. And I think he really deserves this Bundesliga title. It's also even for Jude Bellingham. I think for his for these youngsters like Jude Bellingham, for Karim Adeyemi as well, it's really gonna show that maybe Haaland's left the club. and like Adeyemi, we still have backup players like Adeyemi, like what's his name, Jude Bellingham, Marco Reus, Karim Adeyemi, Mokiyoku, but who's the other guy? Yeah, Sebastian Haller as well. Like they say, like yeah, Nico Schlotterbeck as well. He's really proven himself as a young center back as well. So I think it's really gonna put a word for this Dortmund team that, oh, like, yes, we can lose big players like Erling Haaland, but now these young players who are getting more time are getting to show their real talent, like Karim Adeyemi, Sebastian Haller, and of course the main star, the main man, Jude Bellingham. I think that's really gonna affect his price and maybe his contract as well. How Dortmund value him to sell him to Real Madrid this summer as well. I think that's really gonna affect. So yeah, overall, I think they deserve it. The Bayern Liga, I think Bayern have also been a bit floppy this season economically in terms of, oh, like, can we be on the same level, with the players and stuff, like with contracts, has just been a wavy season for them economically. So not looking good for Bayern, but I just wanted to note that out. Let's go over to some football news. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a bit of a shorter podcast today, because not many games I wanted to talk about as well. Bayern Munich were confident in extending Lucas Hernandez's contract before the end of the season, and a month ago it was said that only little details were left to be clarified. However, this turnaround due to PSG's attractive offer. As a PSG fan, how do I view this? I think Lucas Hernandez, man, I think he's a bit underrated. He's a pretty good baller at right back and stuff, but at the same time, man, do we need any defenders? Like, I feel like right now we have Danilo Pereira. I feel like next season he might be moving back into that midfield role. But even as a center back, like, I think maybe we might keep him as a center back as well as a defender. Like, you could say, like, right now our defenders, we have Marquinhos, Sergio Ramos, who I think and I hope we extend his contract, because he's probably our best center back the past 2 years. Ramos, Marquinhos, Danilo Pereira, Kimpembe, who is injured, but hopefully next season he should be back. Milan Skriniar, I would take Milan Skriniar. We have Mukiele as well, who's not really, actually he's pretty good on the wing. So would you say he could work at center back, but he's also a right wing back, like a Hakimi replacement. So Lucas Hernandez, would I take him? He's a good player, but for the players that we are getting, like, hopefully, like, we have Kimpembe, we have Mukiele, who are both been injured. If they weren't injured, they would for sure have a good season, possibly better than Lucas Hernandez season, for sure. So I would say, like, I respect Lucas Hernandez, but we're gonna have players who are gonna be recovered, and since they're gonna get more playing time, they're gonna show that, oh, they're here to prove themselves in the starting team, and even on the bench to be subbed on as well. So I think if they weren't injured, even next season when they come out of recovery stage, that they're gonna be able to prove themselves that, oh, we don't need replacements, don't buy Lucas Hernandez. But Skriniar, I think we have to buy Skriniar. I think our main goal is our midfield, like 2 solid midfielders, like a new creative midfielder to replace Lionel Messi. Maybe a defensive midfielder as well, like Thuram, like a Danilo Pereira type thing, like a Casemiro type thing. And then also maybe, and then for sure attack. I think, like, with possibilities of Neymar leaving the club and stuff, we definitely need to reinforce our attack as well. Like, even the bench, man, we're subbing on Warren Zaire-Emery. Like, I don't know what our subs are, bro. It's like all like players who are 15 years old, 16 years old, bro. Like, that's not a professional team. Doesn't have those subs, especially when it comes to Champions League. So for sure in the attack we need replacements as well. I respect him, but do we need him as a PSG fan? Do we really need him when I watch our team? Not really, because we're getting Milan Skriniar, and also with Kimpembe next season coming out of recovery stage, he's gonna be good for us. I love Kimpembe. He's a great defender for us. Bit underrated. The arrival of Bernardo Silva at PSG is on the right track, and the arrival of Milan Skriniar is acquired. Harry Kane is also triggered by the club. The idea is to change the state of mind and bring a breath of air. Skriniar, a leader. He's had a great season for Inter Milan this season. he is injured at he is injured in these last month, but hopefully he can also. I'm definitely gonna be having an eye on him in that uh Champions League final. Is he gonna be able to mark players, world class players like Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, well enough? And hopefully he does have a good performance because he's gonna be coming to the best club in the world. So he needs to. Oh, he needs to prove himself that he's the best defender. Bernardo Silva, man, this guy this season has been spectacular, magical, magician. He's a magician, guys. He's a magician. So for sure, I'm gonna take Bernardo Silva. He's a player who's very similar to Messi on the ball, great. He even has a bit more defensive capabilities, defensive duties as well. So I'll take him any day of the week. A bit more physical as well. Like as I said, his creative ability, not just on the ball like Messi, but also his creative ability like Messi is brilliant. I think him and Marco Verratti in the midfield, two great midfielders who are good on the ball, both have some defensive capabilities. Of course, Marco being the more dominant in that role of defensiveness between the two. But both great on the ball, both great at creating opportunities as well. So I can't wait. I hope that we get him. He would be a great, perfect fit for the best club in the world with Ronaldo Sanchez as well. Imagine that Portuguese duo, and then like Marcus Thuram as well. Oh my Mark. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a sec. When we get to attackers here, do we have any other PSG news here as well? So personally, I would like to see. Imagine having so you bring in Skriniar in the back line. We're gonna have in nets. We're gonna have Donnarumma, of course, with like Sergio Rico. In the back line, our options could be Skriniar, Ramos, Marquinhos, Mukiele, Kimpembe, Danilo Pereira. Did I say Ramos? No, Ramos, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Mukiele, Danilo Pereira, and Skriniar. That's going to be our options in the back line. Leadership, solid defense. At our fullbacks, you can say, we're going to have options of Mukiele, Hakimi in that right side. And then on the left side, I'm hoping we sell Juan Bernat and get another, maybe Danilo Pereira is fine because I feel like Marcus Thuram could really play if we play that 3-back formation. Marcus Thuram, he's really good going down those wings on that left side, like as a left center mid. He's really, really good and he has defensive capabilities. It might be a bit slow going down the wing, but I think he's still great when he plays against us. When I watch him play in the Ligue 1 as well, the Ligue 1 merchant right here, so I know he's really good on the ball, especially that game against PSG. I really noticed him. I was really watching him. So Marcus Thuram and Nuno Mendes on the left side. In the midfield, our options could be Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo Sanchez, Vitinha, Warren Zaire-Emery. Give those two youngsters some playing time, kind of like Gavi and Pedro, you can say, of our team. But yeah, we have Bernardo Silva, Marco Verratti, Marcus Thuram, Danilo Pereira, Vitinha, Warren Zaire-Emery. I feel like I'm missing one, but Paredes. There is rumors that Paredes will be leaving the club. Leonardo Paredes, he's currently on loan to Juventus, and there is a buy now option for Juventus to activate, but it looks like they won't be doing it. Atletico de Madrid, Chelsea, and also an unnamed club are both in contact. Are all three in contact with the Argentine, and it looks like he wants to leave PSG. But I mean, when he does play for us back in the when we reached the final of the UCL, man, him and Marquinhos in the CDM position, run by Marcus Tuchel, like his tactics with Paredes and Marquinhos in the CDM, really really good. So Paredes, man, I feel like he's that leadership type player he's hungry for the ball. So hopefully we can keep him as well. But he's also an option. And then in the attack, our options could be Kylian Mbappe. I'm hoping we can sell. Maybe we can keep Hugo Ekatike, Harry Kane, Diaby, Kolumuani all in the attack. Neymar as well, bro. Like this is what you call professional team. A team who not only has options to start, but these players that I'm mentioning, these extra players on the bench as well. Because right now our bench is literally non-existent. injured, young players who have no experience to win a Champions League. So yeah, Kolo Muani, man, in the World Cup, he's great on the ball, great in the attack. He's starting to become a Haaland, you can say. So great for Kolo Muani. I think those two are definitely my top priorities: Bernardo Silva and Kolo Muani, and of course Skriniar as well. Those three are my top priorities. Kylian Mbappe, if Kylian Mbappe stays at PSG, he will receive a sum of around 90 million, bro. That is crazy. Now, I don't know, man. I think he's undeserved as a PSG fan. Like, yes, he stayed for it. I always say that, like, oh, he stayed for the sporting project. But when you look at it from a PSG side, not an Mbappe side, I think we offered him too much. I think we praised him too much. We definitely could have sold him last summer and found alternative options like, I don't know, like a Kolo Muani, you can say. Like, we definitely could have done that for sure. Openda, I think we definitely could have done that. That wouldn't have hurt us at all. I think if we sold him and got another player, if we sold him for free, we would have had more money than if we kept him and paying him this much. That's what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, this looks like our kid next season. Honestly, pretty good. As I said, it reminds me of that one season with Cavani. Was it 2015? PSG 2015 kit. Or was it this kid? I don't know. For some reason, it reminds me of this kid. It's kind of giving me that retro vibe. We keep on going back. Like, yeah, that Zlatan era, that Cavani Zlatan era vibe. Oh, I'd love to see it. Yeah, this is a Thiago Motta, no? But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of getting that retro vibe, so not bad. I like it. Oh, please no. Oh yeah, this logo here, this Olympic logo, bro. I don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, I don't know if we'll talk about these. I think we'll skip these for now. Not really important. I think yeah, this will skip. That will also skip. Let's go ahead talk about Ligue 1 team this season. Arsenal are prepared to sell as many as eight first team players this summer, with James Maddison, João Cancelo, and Declan Rice among their targets. Declan Rice, I think they definitely need a new CDM. Declan Rice a perfect fit. João Cancelo, I don't know if he's willing to. He's gonna go back to. I don't know if like. Man, I swear they're literally trying to rebuild. I swear, bro. Arsenal are trying to build every player that's leaving out of Man City. They're trying to build a Man City 2.0. Literally. So, I mean, if João Cancelo goes to Arsenal, that could be huge in terms of both defense and attack. He fits the system, but is he willing to go? Not really sure. James Maddison is also a good option as well, but I think they need to really solve the midfield as well. Unless they move Odegaard to. Like right now, I think they're playing Xhaka, Thomas Partey in those two CDMs in the 4-2-3-1. They move Odegaard and Declan Rice into those two positions, and then James Maddison up top, João Cancelo right back, and who's that left back? Zinchenko left back could work out. But yeah, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka the leader. Kieran Tierney, yeah, I think it's time for him holding as well, guys. So yeah, I think pretty interesting. It's just up to them. Like, are these top tier players? I think Declan Rice is intrigued into a move to Arsenal. He wants to go to Arsenal. Maybe James Maddison as well from Leicester. I'm pretty sure he plays for Leicester, but João Cancelo is the main one. I'm not quite sure about. Ligue 1 team of the season. Should we do another episode on Ligue 1 team of the season? I'm trying to guess here. It's only been 34 minutes, but yeah, let's talk a bit about this. This is EA Sports, but personally for me, Ligue 1 team of the season, let's make a top an 11 Ligue 1 team of the season. We got a notepad. Let's go ahead and put it onto the FFP, the FIFA Flow podcast notes. Ligue 1 TOTS. So for me, in the attack, has to be on the left side, has to be Kylian Mbappe for sure. He's broken the PSG record, fighting for that golden boot. For me, Mbappe up top. In the central striker position, I think Openda, bro. This guy killing it for everyone. I think it's really gonna go to 3 players actually. Openda, Lacazette, fighting for that golden boot. Openda has really shown himself that he can get in behind the defense. Great on the ball, good at goal scoring. Mbappe and Lacazette, both of them are fighting for the golden boot, so for sure Lacazette has to be up there. Jonathan David as well, the top. I think he's also up there fighting for the golden boot as well, in the 3rd place after Lacazette and Mbappe. And then I know Ben Yedder has not had a great season, but when I do watch Monaco sometimes, Yedder, man, he really shows his skill. On the right side, we're going to be putting Lionel Messi. I think World Cup tax is real, but I think just in playmaking, man, I think he's one of the best playmakers this season in the Ligue 1. So that's pretty much, I don't know any other right wingers or left wingers that really deserve to be in here. In the midfield, as much as I'm a PSG fan, Marco Verratti does not really deserve to be in here. He's pretty much injured for a lot of the season. Neymar, when he was playing though, Neymar was brilliant. I think Neymar, when he was playing, was brilliant. So for his statistics, I mean, he was injured. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I'll put him up there still. In the midfield, I think as a PSG fan, we have to put Marco Verratti in here for sure. I think there's definitely other players who are more deserved than him, but at the same time, man, like when he does play, he's always great for us. Fofana, he's just that for Lens, bro. He's that true CDM. There's this one player who went to Lens from RB Leipzig, I believe. No, he went to Monaco. But yeah, Marcus Thuram, I think he also has to deserve a shout. So that's gonna be my midfield over here. Neymar in that kind of cam area, I'm voting for. And then in the left back, I think we have to give it to Frankowski. We have to give it to Nuno Mendes. There's one more. It's not Nuno Tavares, but I think it's Ligue 1. Oops. Take a look here. Ligue 1 forward back. Alugar for Monaco is good, but no, it's not here. I think it's not quite sure, but like from the top of my head, those two are gonna be my 2 central center backs that I'm gonna be voting for. Bro, what are these ads, man? We'll come back to it. In our central spots, we're gonna be putting in Ramos, Medina, Todibo. I think we'll put in Marquinhos as well. He's had better seasons, but not the worst. There was one more we just saw as well. No, I think that was all. And then in the right back position, we're going to be giving it to Klaus Hakimi. And then in net, Donnarumma and Mandanda, bro. I feel like for his age, 37 years old, he was killing it in the Ligue 1 this season. Gonna be honest, but yeah, that is my team of the season for Ligue 1. Guys, before we end off the podcast, not much to talk about today. It's also a tiring day, man. School has been killing me in terms of amount of work I'm getting. So sorry if this episode has been a bit boring. But let's go and end it off with a fully tic-tac-toe and see our negative ball knowledge. Go ahead and get it up for you before all these Okay. I think we got it. Let's go ahead and complete this out. So, United Champions League. Oh no, did it not work? No, it didn't work, bro. That was a good one as well. That was a good one to test our ball knowledge. Let's try like one more time. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work with these scam ads, then you don't have to take a look at our negative ball knowledge. Let's try this one here. Let's try this one. Okay, here. So Liverpool Bayern. Coutinho. Arsenal Bayern Munich. Arsenal Bayern. What in Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry. Juve Bayern. I know Perisic played for Bayern, but did Perisic play for Juve? He played for Inter. I think he played for Juve, no? Didn't. Juve Bayern. Juve, a bit of a tough one. Arsenal, Argentina. Let's just go ahead and do Emi Martinez. Emiliano Martinez. I'll just show you this a timer. Let's go Juve, Argentina. We'll go like a Di Maria here. Di Maria. Then we'll go like Juve, Porto. No. Liverpool, Porto. We'll go with Luis Diaz. And then Argentina, Liverpool. That's a bit of a tricky one. Arsenal, Porto. Also a bit of a tricky one. Juve, Bayern. I feel like it's easy, man, but can't think of one. Even Juve, Porto. I feel like it's easy, but did Danilo? Did Danilo? I think he was born in 1999. Juve, Bayern, bro. Who the hell is Juve, Bayern? I feel like it's so easy. I feel like it's pretty recent as well. Delict, bro. Delict. I knew it was recent, man. It was recent. And let's see the timer end. Let's try one more. And then that's going to end off the episode. A bit of a boring episode, I'd say. Load. just reload this, guys. I guess it's not working, but yeah, guys, that's gonna go off to end off the episode. Yeah, a bit of a less intrigued, like in-depth video. Not much passion by my voice as well. You can tell I'm definitely tired. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Next episode will be maybe on the weekend. I'll see how busy I am. Is there even any good games, man? Any good games? Bayern or United Chelsea tomorrow. That's interesting. I'm definitely gonna watch the Bundesliga. Madrid Sevilla. I want to watch that. Strasbourg PSG. I'll be watching that. Then I think earlier on in the morning we have yeah, Dortmund Mainz at 6:30. I'm gonna watch that with the Bayern Cologne game. I'm definitely gonna watch those, the last games of the Bundesliga. I want to see who wins it. Hopefully Bayern win, or Dortmund win it, of course. And then Sunday, not really any Juve AC Milan. Should be pretty interesting. So maybe Sunday. Next episode Sunday. Oh, then we have Europa League final next week. Next Wednesday, Europa League final. Let's get it. Let's get it. But yeah, that's gonna go off the end of the episode. If you like that today's video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell. Next episode, yeah, Sunday. For now, have a good one, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace.